Hello lovely people, I'm Stella from Stella's Yarn Universe. In this tutorial I will show you how to crochet a blackberry. I will be using pink yarn so you can actually see what I'm doing. So before we get started, I just want to mention there's a free written version of this pattern available to view on my website. The link is in the description box below. Also, there are links to my shops where you can find all of my patterns and my Patreon page where there are many PDF patterns waiting for you to download if you're interested. So now let's get into what materials we need for this project. For this project, I use DK or light worsted weight yarn. You need a main color, so it could be purple, pink, or black, whatever color you'd like your blackberry to have, and green for the calyx. So I just used whatever I had. This is Rico Creative Rikorumi. This is Paintbox Yarns Cotton DK. So as you know, I like to use cotton, but you could use any type of yarn you like. Then I used a 2.5 millimeter hook, which is something in between the size B1 and C2. So you should be fine with a C2 hook, unless you tend to crochet very loosely. I also used a yard needle and a stitch marker and some Fiberfill, and I love my little pliers to fill little projects like this one, and scissors, and that's all we need. So we start with the magic ring. Just use your preferred magic ring method. And in round 1, we make 8 single crochet in the magic ring. That's it. So now I will place a stitch marker in the first stitch and close the magic ring. And that makes it easier to crochet in the first stitch for round 2. So here we start with an increase in the first stitch. So we make 2 single crochet in the same stitch. I'll also place my stitch marker in the last stitch. And then in the next stitch we make our first mini bubble. So to do that, we make a yarn over, then we go through the next stitch, pick up the yarn, pull it through, then we pick it up again and pull it through the first 2 loops as if we wanted to make a double crochet. But now we keep these 2 loops on our hook and yarn over again, go through the same stitch again, pick up the yarn, pull it through. So we have 4 loops on our hook and we pick up the yarn and pull it through the first 2. We keep these 3 loops on our hook, yarn over again, go through the same stitch again, pick up the yarn, pull it through. So now we have 5 loops on our hook and we pick up the yarn and pull it through the first 2 loops. So now we have 4 loops on our hook and we pick up the yarn and pull it through all 4 loops. And that's our mini bubble. So then in the next stitch we make an increase again. 2 single crochet in the same stitch, and in the next stitch we make another mini bubble. So again, yarn over, pull the yarn through the first 2 loops, yarn over, pull it through the first 2. So now we have 3, yarn over, pull it through the first 2. So now we have 4, and then we pick up the yarn and pull it through all 4 loops. And in the next one, we have an increase again. And then another mini bubble. You can make sure as you go that the bubbles are popping out instead of inward. That's just something to look out for. So here we have another bubble. And an increase. And we finish the round with a bubble. I place my stitch in the stitch marker in the last stitch again. Now in round 3, we start with a single crochet. So this little stitch here is the first stitch of the round. Next we make another mini bubble. And then we make an increase in the next stitch, which is this one here. So 2 single crochet in there, and we repeat these 3 stitches 4 times again. So we had a stitch count of 12 after round 2, and now we keep increasing to 16 stitches. So in the next stitch here we have a single crochet, in the next one a mini bubble, and in the next an increase. Again, making sure the bubbles pop out, not in. Then we have a single crochet again, a mini bubble, and an increase. And once more, single crochet, mini bubble, and an increase. So that's round 3 done. And we now have a stitch count of 16. Round 3 starts with 3 single crochet, and then we make a mini bubble. And we repeat this 3 more times, 4 times altogether, without any increases, so we keep our stitch count of 16. 1, 2, 3 single crochet and a mini bubble. Again. And that's round 4 done. Round 5 starts with a single crochet. Then we have a mini bubble in the next stitch. And then we have 2 single crochet. And again, we repeat all of these stitches 3 more times, 4 times altogether. So 1 single crochet, 1 mini bubble, 2 single crochet. Sometimes when it's hard to get your hook in the next stitch because of the bubble, you can get the hook in there and then twist it a bit. That's 2, then 1 single crochet, mini bubble, 2 single crochet, 1 single crochet, mini bubble, and 2 single crochet. And that's round 5 complete. In round 6, we repeat round 4 again. So we start with 3 single crochet, and then we make a mini bubble. And we repeat this 3 more times. So that's round 6 done, and in round 7 we repeat round 5. So that started with a 1 single crochet, then we make a mini bubble, and then we make 2 single crochet. And once again we repeat all of this 3 more times. 1 single crochet, 1 mini bubble, and that was 2 single crochet. And once more. And that's round 7 done. Round 8 starts with a mini bubble. Then we make a single crochet in the next stitch. And then we make a decrease. So we go in the front loop of the next stitch and the front loop of the next stitch. Pick up the yarn, pull it through the 2 front loops, and pick up the yarn and pull it through the 2 remaining loops on our hook. And we repeat all of this 3 more times. So 1 mini bubble, one single crochet, and a decrease. And the final decrease of the round. And that's round 8 done. I'm pulling my loop out because now it's time to fill the little blackberry with Fiberfill. First, I'm going to hide the yarn end inside. Next, I'm making sure that all the mini bubbles are sticking out. So we want them to pop out as much as possible. And then it's time to fill. So I just use small portions and get them in there with my trusted little pair of pliers. Round 9 starts with a decrease. So here we go again through the 2 front loops to crochet them together. Then we make a mini bubble, yarn over first. And then we have our next decrease. I'm just making sure my bubble pops out there. Just want to make sure that the Fiberfill stays in there and doesn't get woven into the stitches. And now we have our final decrease. Again, fixing the bubble. And then a final mini bubble in the last stitch of the round. And that's round 9 done. So we only have one more round to go. So it starts with a slip stitch in the first stitch. Just to anchor down this last bubble. And then we'll join the green yarn so we can fasten the pink off, or the purple or black or whatever color you're using. For the last round, we'll join the green yarn but for this round we will work in the opposite direction and insert our hook from the inside out. So I go through this slip stitch here that I made after finishing round 9, and then I join the green yarn just by pulling a loop through, and to secure the ends where you could tie these two together, I just leave it like that for now. I'll do that later. Now in this next stitch here, so we'll crochet in this direction. In this next stitch we'll make a single crochet, and then we'll make 4 chains. In the second chain from the hook we'll make a slip stitch. In the next chain we'll make a single crochet, and in the next chain we'll make a half double crochet. So go through all 3 loops at once, then we'll make a slip stitch in the same stitch that we already made a single crochet in. Then in the next stitch here we make a single crochet and a single crochet in the next one. Then we make 4 chains again. And again we make a slip stitch in the second chain from the hook, a single crochet in the next chain, and a half double crochet in the next chain. And then we make a slip stitch in the same stitch that we made this single crochet in, and then we make 2 single crochet, 1 in each of the next 2 stitches. And then we repeat 4 chains, a slip stitch, a single crochet, and a half double crochet and a slip stitch in the same stitch of the round. And then again 2 single crochet, 1, 2, 4 chains, a slip stitch in the second chain, single crochet in the next, half double crochet in the next, and a slip stitch in the same stitch of the round. And then we have 1 stitch here in this. This is actually the same stitch where we already made the slip stitch in. So we're working in that one again because we want to cheat a 5th leaf in here, because I'd like the calyx to have 5 leaves. So we only make 1 single crochet here, then we make 4 chains, slip stitch in the second chain, single crochet in the next, and half double crochet in the next, and slip stitch in the same stitch we made the single crochet in, and then here in this slip stitch where we joined the yarn, so that's actually the stitch that's sitting on top of the one we already crocheted in just now. In there we make another slip stitch just to complete this round of leaves for the calyx. And now we fasten off, and we need a long yarn end because we use it to close this round here. So that should be about 12 inches or 30 centimeters. And before I close it, just make sure again that the bubbles all look how I want them to look. Also, I'm going to tie these two ends together. If you don't want to weave them in, this is your chance to hide them inside. So we can actually pull them to the inside with our hook. And then we'll use them as filling. And now we thread this end on a yarn needle. So our yarn is on the needle here. And now if you pull the leaves down, you can see those single crochet stitches we made. And we want to go through those little V's. So I'm going through one by one just because I have a big needle and it's easier that way. I don't pull too tight just yet. Just go through each of them first. You can do 2 at once if that works for your needle. Those 2 that are together should be all right. And then I find the next 2, going through these. And the next 2 single crochet. And the next 2. And then we can pull to close the round. And then all that's left to do is weave in the yarn end. I've woven it through a couple of those leaves now, and so okay, cut that short, and that's our little blackberry done. Thank you so much for crocheting along with me. I hope you enjoyed this little project. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up for me and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Make sure to turn on notifications so you don't miss any of my future crochet tutorials. See you in the next one. Bye!